Hola a todos y bienvenidos a Objetivo Español. Today we are doing two overlap questions of the AQA GCSE Spanish reading paper. Firstly, I will explain to you the different meanings of the word hace. Then we will revise weather expressions, verbs of emotion, and key vocabulary that will help you to identify the right answer in the exam. As in my previous videos, after each exam question, you will be able to mark your answers. I hope you find it useful and improve your level of Spanish for your GCSE exam. ¿Estás preparado? ¿Estás preparada? Empezamos. As you see in the examples below, the word hace in Spanish has different meanings depending on the context. We can say hace un año, hace mal tiempo, and María hace yoga. ¿Qué diferencia hay? What's the difference? In the first sentence, hace indicates how long ago something has happened. Hace un año, hace 2 años, hace una hora, hace plus time, plus a period of time. It can also be used to talk about the weather. Hace mal tiempo, it's bad weather. Hace buen tiempo, hace sol. Finally, hace, from the lexical verb hacer, can be translated as to do or to make. Let's start by the question, ¿qué tiempo hace? What's the weather like? Por ejemplo, ¿qué tiempo hace en el número 1? Genial, hace sol. ¿Y qué tiempo hace en el número 2? Muy bien, hace calor. ¿Y en el número 3? Perfecto, hace frío. We can also say it's good weather. ¿Cómo se dice? Genial, hace buen tiempo. ¿Y cómo se dice it's bad weather? Perfecto, hace mal tiempo. You remember the example from the beginning. We can also be more precise and say it's windy. ¿Cómo se dice? Genial. Here we can say hay or hace viento. Both options are allowed. ¿Cómo se dice it's cloudy? Muy bien. Here we can also say hay nubes, or if you're doing the higher paper, está nublado, and it's always with a star. ¿Y cómo se dice it's stormy? Muy bien. Hay tormenta. See that in these examples, I'm using the form hay, which means there is or there are. Literally, we are saying that there is a storm. And if you're doing the higher paper, this word may come up. ¿Cómo se dice it's foggy? Estupendo. Hay niebla. You also need to know it's raining. ¿Cómo se dice? Genial. Llueve. Remember that it comes from the infinitive llover. Y lastly, ¿cómo se dice it's snowing? Genial. Nieva. And it also comes from the verb nevar. Lastly, let's revise the 4 seasons. We have primavera, verano, otoño, and invierno. Notice that only primavera is a feminine word. We say la primavera, but the rest are masculine. As we said in the beginning, we are going to explain some verbs of emotion. We have fastidiar, which is to get annoyed and is similar to molestar. We have enfadar, which means to get upset or get angry. Aburrirse, which means to get bored. Remember, aburrido. And the opposite, divertirse, to have fun. And we also have es divertido. And cansarse. Cansarse means to get tired. Probably you have heard estoy cansado. Let's do now the two last questions from section A. As I told you in previous videos, it's important that you always read the options to see what you have to do. Here, you need to finish the sentences, and you're going to read a text about how Galicia's weather affects Olga's family and friends. In 8.1, we have on very hot days, Olga's parents get. In 2, when it rains, Olga's sisters get. In 3, on snowy days, Olga's grandparents get. And the students in Olga's class get when it's windy. Let's read the text. El clima puede tener un gran impacto sobre las emociones. Por ejemplo, cuando hace mucho calor, a mis padres les fastidian las altas temperaturas. Cuando llueve, mis hermanas se aburren porque no pueden jugar al aire libre. En invierno, mis abuelos se cansan, ya que les es difícil andar en la nieve. Por último, los estudiantes en mi clase se ponen tontos cuando hace viento. Let's have a look at the answers now. 8.1, it's A. On very hot days, Olga's parents get annoyed. A mis padres les fastidian las altas temperaturas. 8.2, it's Olga's sisters get bored. Mis hermanas se aburren porque no pueden jugar al aire libre, in the open air. 8.3, on snowy days, Olga's grandparents get, and we have that is tired. Mis abuelos se cansan. And 8.4, the students in Olga's class get silly, y. Los estudiantes en mi clase se ponen tontos cuando hace viento. The last question of section A is an article about the environment in Ecuador. Here, what you have to do is to assign the percentages to the activities that they mention. ¿Qué hacen en Ecuador con respecto al medio ambiente? El 71% come menos carne. El 75% reduce el consumo de gasolina. El 89% recicla el papel. Y el 94% se ducha en lugar de bañarse. Let's have a look at the answers now. 71% eats less meat. 75% reduces the consumption of petrol. 89% recycles paper and 94% has a shower instead of having a bath. Remember, en lugar de is instead of. How many correct answers do you have? ¿Cuántas palabras o expresiones temporales conoces ahora? ¿Qué tiempo hace hoy? Wherever you are. If you found this video helpful, por favor, give it a like or give it a me gusta in Spanish and subscribe. If you need help with your GCSE exam or your A-level exam, I'm more than happy to do so. You can book online lessons with me via my website called objetivoespañol.com.